I think a lot of it is driven on sentiment in terms of what's going on, in terms of, where goes the coronavirus, where goes the market? So as we look at, downside risk has really been starting to get squeezed out of the market. So what we have seen since the March lows, we've seen the S&P 500 rally over 45%. But what I'm looking at, and what I think some of our investors look at, is where the kind of fear index or that volatility index 80% lower than where it was in late March. So a lot of the downside risk is really being priced out. Now you hear analysts talk about, well, maybe, there's some things that, U.S. is slowing down, China's rebound as China tries to come back onto the world economy first. But as I'm looking at it, customers from TD Ameritrade here in Singapore, customers that are trading around the globe, are not pricing in as much downside, pessimism in terms of where we're going to go, and do we still have that potential V-shaped recovery in the U.S., which I still is on the cards, but I think more to know over the next few weeks, because as we saw on Friday with the Labor Department, they were absolutely nowhere close in terms of their expected loss of 8 million jobs, and we saw over 2 million jobs gained, which is a record. So I want to see if there's a trend there forming, or if that was just a one week blip that we saw in the market on Friday.
Is it too late, do you think, to get in on this rally? And if not, what do you buy right now?
Well, look, I think there are some names that still look, attractive. I think as we see, our customers have been, more lately. We've seen them across, some of the energy stocks. We've seen them in big banks. We've seen them definitely across technology. Now, if you look at it, what drove the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq over the last kind of 6 weeks has been technology. So maybe if you think that there's some type of potential to maybe rotate a little bit out of some of the technology stocks, like what we saw our customers doing over the last few weeks. We did see them selling Apple. We saw them selling Tencent. We saw them selling JD.com. We also saw them selling, Tesla, which we just talked about here a minute ago. So we do see them taking some opportunity to move into some different sectors. And I think where we have seen that shift has been in the big banks in the U.S., and we've also seen it across some of the energy markets, and it have been rewarded here over the last couple of weeks.